Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to episode 6 in our continued campaign with SGS Okinawa, the World War II game where you can take charge of either the US forces or the Japanese forces in the invasion of Okinawa during World War II. Now we're about 4 weeks into our campaign. It's the 27th of April, 1945. And in our last week, our campaign actually made some good progress. We'll take a quick overview of what's happened, and then we're going to jump in and continue on trying to take the southern half of the island. Before I jump in, though, I want to have two quick mailbag calls. The first one was from Ma ST, who says, I'm at turn 11 and have had naval and bombardment every turn available. You must have hit some bum code. And I did post on the discussion forums on Steam about the game. And the developer has replied and said, yeah, we should have had about 3 to 5 rounds of naval battleship support each turn. And as you know, if you've been watching the series, we've had no battleship support. So it does look like we've hit a bum kind of a section of the code. We got some kind of a bug with the game that's preventing the US battleships from firing. The developer suggested some fixes, but those didn't work. So we're just going to drive on. Challenge accepted. Can we take Okinawa without naval battleship fire? There's not much we can do at this point, so we'll see how we keep going. The second thing was posted by Oliver Stransky, who said, how will you supply Naha airfield? And what he's referring to is we did a second landing, or a third really, up here in this kind of what's be the southwest corner of the island, and trying to push down here behind the Japanese lines. We took a whole division of US Army and pushed them up here. And at first I kind of panicked and I said, oh my gosh, maybe we're not in supply. But if I click this off and leave the supply on, we can see this lighter green area here. So I think what's happened here is the beaches aren't supply depots, but this airbase is. So I assume that's what's happened is our division's taken the airbase, we're flying in supplies to the airfield, and that's what's keeping us in supply. So it looks like we're okay from a supply perspective there. But let's do a quick overview now of the campaign so far. I'll turn back on our green and red areas here. The green is everything that we control. We've done pretty well so far, taking the north half of the island. In the last episode, we kind of pushed our way through this thin little neck on the middle part of the island. And if you recall from our last episode, we're trying to hit the Shuri Line, which is really from this area here. Here, I'll turn this off. From Naha North, Sugarloaf, down to this Gushi Castle, then these 4 zones here. And we took our first Shuri Line zone, which was this Yombaru East. We knocked out their bunker, and Yombaru West is part of it as well, but our Air Force knocked out the bunker there. So that does get a rough plan, which I'm thinking about trying to put into place, and we'll try to work on this episode, is we're going to bring the division that was up on Iejima, we're going to bring them and land them on the beach up here to the northwest. Try to expand this beachhead that's on behind the Japanese lines. If possible, we're going to try to take Naha West and push in there. But my rough plan is, I'm thinking if we can kind of set an edge to this with one of these divisions and push the other division down through here, kind of behind the Shuri Line in this area here that I'm highlighting. And then if these troops could break through the Shuri Line at this kind of edge over here, maybe we can link them up, cut the entire Japanese defenses in half, and then slowly just winch the pressure, ratchet the pressure up on this eastern part, what would be the central part of the island, wiping them out and then pushing for the last half of the island. That's kind of a rough plan. We'll see how that goes. But let's jump in now and get started. First up, we have our reinforcement phase, and I don't think we have anything. Kamikaze raid, we get 1 hit, that is there. And now we're in the naval, air, and bombardment stage, and as we can see, we do not have any battleships. They have still deserted us. And I've tried clicking on all the buttons there. I can't get them to appear. But we do have our air forces are working well, Army and Navy. So we will allocate naval and air bombardment. What I want to do this turn is we're going to try to pound right here on this edge of the Shuri Line down here, because I'd like to break a 2-sector wide hole in that. We'll start to pound some more in here. And then I want to hit this section here on Naha West to see if perhaps we can take this division here and have them invade across this little river, I guess it is. It looks like Kokuba River stretch here, to try to take this. And if we could do that, then we are really in behind here. And victory point wise, we're doing pretty well, 46 to 17. Although the Japanese are getting 1 victory point per turn until we eliminate all the areas of the Shuri Line, which is still going to take us a good amount of time, because this is really where we're really starting to run into some hard defense. But I'll get started. I'm going to allocate the naval and air bombardment on some of these places. Also, we do want to try to shift over this division here that was on Iejima. We've got a good amount of army forces over here. We're going to bring them back to the floating reserve, and then next turn double our divisional strength here on this part of the island over here. So that's our rough plan for this turn. I'll get busy and I'll show after we get everything taken care of with movement and bombardment assets. All right, so we've allocated all our air force and we have moved all of our ground troops. We have 3 big battles coming up in this 2-day span of the campaign here. Up in the west here, we expanded our beachhead here. If I turn on the zones we've taken, pushing down this peninsula a little bit, pretty much to the mouth of the peninsula. Don't want to leave any gaps in our lines, so I'm being a little bit cautious as we advance here until we get this division here, which we brought out of Iejima, into our floating reserve. They should be able to land next turn. So we're probably about 3 or 4 days away from them being able to get up here into this front lines, and we can expand this beachhead a little bit more. I did decide, because we notice we have this good press card here, which raises our morale by 1. I've kind of brought a good bit of our air force power and decided to move across this isthmus with these 5 battalions and artillery to try to attack this position here. This is looks like a pretty established bunker here in this Naha West. Could be a tough fight. I expect we might get bloody here, but I think it's worth the risk if we can take it now. Also, pushing up our forces on this isthmus here. I did leave a spot there by mistake. We'll have to clean that up. But up to the airfield here, this Mashik airfield, we have a number of Marine battalions attacking this. Looks like lightly defended. I'm guessing that's some kind of a gun emplacement, but hopefully we can have success down here. Then kind of advancing up towards the Shuri Line, still pushing forward. The only place we're attacking, we've got air power hitting here all around this, kind of really trying to pound this edge of the Shuri Line here. But our massive force of, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 battalions or more attacking Yombaru West. This is the place where we knock the bunker up, but we do know there's a lot of ground troops there. So this is our biggest battle here. Let's now get started on these and see how we do. Let's start with Naha West. This is the one we're coming across the river there. Oh, nice. It's only a log bunker and some obstacles. And we have pretty good air force there. We knock the obstacles out. Let's see. Oh, if we could take this, this would be nice. Retreat. What? Victory, Japanese Empire? What happened there? Why did we retreat? That's weird. Did I click retreat? I don't get it. We like just some log bunkers there. Maybe we can't attack across this body of water. We have to reduce them first. Ah, that's a bummer. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but oh well. Let's drive on. Nothing we can do about that. This, we have some, I'll come back as our next interesting battles kind of occur. This one should be good. Our battalion advancing on Mashik Airfield. Another victory point location. Hopefully we can take it here. Boom. Nice. Got the airfield pushing towards the Shuri Line in that part of the island here. I'll be back for the next interesting ones. All right, here we go. Yombaru West. It should be a fairly massive attack here. Code talkers, but we don't have any naval fire, so I don't think it's going to help us there. So 67, 2/3 chance of victory here, but I don't know. We'll see here. Okay, this is a big one. Nice, we knocked out a bunker on the first one with our air force. Let's keep it going here. There's probably a lot of casualties on both sides here. Got some mines. Oh, that Marine battalion's getting beat up pretty bad. Hopefully they can escape out of here without getting destroyed. Don't want to lose them. Wow, that's a lot of calculations. Heavy casualties on both sides. I feel like we should go one more round, but these battalions are getting beat up pretty bad. Don't want to lose them there. Oof, lots of casualties on both sides. We're going to retreat, actually, because we took a good beating there, and I think we can replenish. We've got a lot of reinforcements left, so we'll move on from that. Try to get it in the next couple days here. But yeah, I think we might even divert some more air power there too. Air defense move, we're going to skip, because we haven't seen any Japanese Air Force around. Replacements. This is what's going on here. Medics. Oh, maybe we'll use this. Hang on one second. I used our medics card here to do one of these battalions, and I think it's down attacking Yombaru West, so we might as well use it there. We can return it to full strength. So let's do that. Done. So that'll help a little bit with our kind of renewed attack. Then I think next turn, we beat them up pretty bad. It was a pretty bloody battle there, but I'm hopeful that we can, that's it for replacements. I'm hopeful that we can renew the attack down there in the next turn here. So I'm going to kind of allocate some replacements now. We did have some casualties down towards, Yombaru East. This is where it is. So we want to definitely, wow, everything's down. 9 replacements left. We're going to definitely get them up. to full strength. I feel like this would be a worthy place to spend a lot of our replacements. We don't really have any needs to spend them at the moment anywhere else. So I'm going to allocate the replacements here to these battalions that are at half strength. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of our replacement points. We probably 50% of them we used here, but that'll get most of those units back up to full strength and should allow us to push in there and hopefully punch through this Shuri line in the next turn. So let's end our turn here. Let's see what the Japanese do. Get a card draw, we know that. And they're playing Rally Survivors, restore previously destroyed infantry unit. Place the unit in the final readout. Okay, that's gonna, right there, yeah. That's where we're trying to get to, Rally Survivors. They're doing it again. Oh my gosh, Mines, playing Mines. They're playing all their cards here. I think they're getting desperate. Just fine. Land movement, they got a lot of units moving up here. They're they're pushing up to attack our Marines here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oof. Heavy casualties. We will fight one more time. And let's retreat. We'll give them that position. That's fine. Wow, that was an attack in force. But we didn't want to lose that battalion. That was the main thing. I didn't want them to hold for at total cost. Obstacles. That's not a very good card for us. We really could use like flamethrowers or something like that. Alright, so we will go into Kamikaze Raid. 2 aircraft hit. Air and naval bombardment. Still, our Navy is missing. So let's think about what we want to try to do this turn. Basically, I think more of the same. We're going to bring in this division up to the second beachhead here. I think what I'm going to try to do is to really hammer this Naha West with the Air Force to see if we can knock out that last thing. I suspect that's why we got pushed back, that maybe because it's a river here, we can't attack across it. And we'd only be able to move there if there were no resistance. I'm going to kind of go with that because there wasn't much defense there, yet we had to retreat. So we'll try again there with that one. I'm going to try to push our Marine forces up closer towards this Shuri line here. Maybe we can hit hard these infantry units that attacked us and pushed this battalion back. We're going to have to get some replacements for them and get them out of the front lines real quick too. And that's pretty much it. So I'll get moving here with the bombardment, and then we'll see what we're going to do for our next turn. We've moved and allocated our Air Force pretty much everywhere. Let's take a look at what we've done. We're able to push forward here on this part of the island a little bit more, and our new infantry division has landed on the beaches. I did pull some of the forces out here to try to strengthen this push because it's meeting little to no resistance here. We're able to take this town here, Itoman East, without any fight, so we're kind of pushing through here. Now these tunnels are where the kind of the last bastion is, and we're drawing close to it. We know that's going to be a brutal fight. But yet, if we can get there before we take this Shuri line, I think that could kind of tilt the battle perhaps in our favor. Now, I did send 2 battalions across to try to attack here this Naha West again, and I've allocated another kind of whole round of Air Force. I'm hoping the Air Force can knock it out and then our ground troops can stay, but I'm not quite sure why that's not working there. But to our other kind of, at least our other interest here, we're able to push up a lot of our forces through this chunk of land here, just to the east of the Shuri line, or to the north geographically, I guess. So we're kind of butting up against that now. So this is going to be really hard to take, I think, especially without perhaps that naval firepower. But our big attacks here, those 2 infantry battalions of Japanese, that regiments that pushed out and drove back this Marine battalion here, we're attacking them in force. We've got about 7 battalions throwing at them here to try to punish them for venturing out past the Shuri line. Hopefully we can hit them hard there. And then our big attack, we've got a lot of air assets around here, trying to hit Yonbaru West again with those resupplied and reinforced Marine battalions, kind of pushing up here in artillery. We're throwing everything we can at it. We beat them up pretty bad last time, so I'm hopeful we'll be able to take them this time. And just for I do have a couple of battalions. If you recall in the last episode, we know there's some trees on Tsungenjima, enemy trees. So we're sending a couple of battalions there. They should be able to land, I think, next turn on that. And, oh yes, some Boitai, some guerrillas have popped up here in Hyana North. I did have 2 Marine Army battalions back in this area in just a case. So we are having them kind of come down and try to take out this Boitai, these Japanese kind of guerrilla forces that have popped up there. And they're going to have to come down and retake Hyana North again as well. But hopefully that will go well and we'll be able to wipe them out. Let's now go to our ground segment here. Let's see what happens with Naha West as we start this out. So we just have a log bunker, and I'm hoping we can take it. Yes, we took it. Victory, United States. And Does that mean I'm going to just check to see if... Yes! So our forces are in here behind the Shuri Line. That means next turn, they might counterattack and try to push us out. But I'm hopeful that next turn we can come in force and then kind of take the town of Naha here, Naha Center. And then we're kind of pushing right on the other end of this Shuri Line. And we have a whole ton of Marine battalions here too. So maybe we can start to create problems for this side of the Shuri Line as well and leave it like an isolated pocket in the middle. All right, let's go back to our battles and continue on. That was good. This is a big battle here. These two Japanese regiments that kind of ventured out. We want to see if we can hit them, take them out. Not a very good start for us. 70% chance of victory. Oh, some heavy casualties there. That was good. Let's keep at it. Let's keep at it, men. Boom, 2-2. They retreat. Excellent. Perfect. Pushed them back. All right, grid 3-4-2. A lot of these are air attacks. I'll do this and come back for the next land battle. Now here is this battle against the guerrillas. We did bring some air force over here to help us out. We wiped them out. Good. They go down pretty east. Here's a big one. Yonbaru West. Can we punch through the Shuri Line? Let's see how this goes. Now, hopefully they didn't... Oh, they did resupply it. Now, they got some weakened units here, too. Yeah, we don't have anything we can really use for a card. 70% chance of victory. It's gone up a little bit. We're hitting them hard here. Let's go. It's a big battle. Okay, keep going. Want to wipe some of these units out. Let's fight. Got a lot of air force here, too. Come on. This would be nice if we had a big card, too. Oof, some good casualties. Good, we wiped out one unit. Still a lot left. Let's keep going. Got full strength battalions here, pretty much. Here we get... Oh, nice. Casualties on both sides. We wiped out another battalion. Good. We're making good progress here. They might hold, but it certainly is weakened. Oh, let's knock out more. Nice. Japanese Empire. The side is routed. Pursuit. Yes, we did it. Perfect. That was a good attack. I'm glad we spent our reinforcements there to shore up that. I think that really helped because now we have punched through the Shuri Line here, and we know that this position behind it is relatively weak. So if we can just open up kind of, I'm thinking a 2-sector wide one right here. This is tough, but we've been hitting it with a lot of air force. So I'm thinking our next steps are try to punch through here, hit here, and then maybe we can get this other infantry division and link up here, preventing any of these units that are in the Shuri Line from falling back, perhaps, to these tunnels. We'll see how that goes. I'm just making all this up as we go along. Air defense move. We're not going to move any units because we've not seen any Japanese forces here. Replacements. We have one here. Field hospital. 2 replacements at the cost of 1 victory point. I think we'll save that, but eventually we're going to use that, I think. All right, allocate these. We did have some pretty tough fighting down. Actually, maybe we're okay. Yonbaru West. Where is that one here? Here it is. This one we had some pretty... Yeah, right here. We'll kind of spend 4 on that one. Good. But otherwise, right here. Yep, we want to replace them. Wow, we got a lot of troops semi-beat up to various degrees. And we get 2 replacements per turn, so ideally I'd like to keep it on that pace, although we burned up a lot the last time to take Yonbaru West. But I think that was replacement points well spent. Everything else looks like it's at 2 or 3. Grid 3301, I don't know where that is, but we're going to leave them for now. We'll leave them at half strength. Because I feel like we should be a little bit more cautious now that we're running out of replacements. Okay, so that looks good for now. Turn end. Let's see what the Japanese do in response. Drawing cards. Hopefully they stay. Improvise bunkers. Place 2 log or sandbag bunkers on a friendly stack. Okay, that'd be more bunkers. Some units moving around. Okay. Oh, they are counterattacking up here. 1 battalion against 2. Hopefully... Oh, they got us some artillery here. Hopefully we can hold. The 1, let's hold. Do not retreat. We need to hold. Yes! Retreat. Japanese Empire retreated from battle. We've held a Naha West. That's excellent. Very good. Now we can come in there in force and push out. Heavy rain. Severe storm hits the island. All land units 1 movement point minus, and U.S. aircraft grounded, and we have to play that one. Not what we wanted. Ah, Air Force. Okay. So, we're not going to set up obstacles anywhere. That one's pretty much useless for us. Alright, reinforcements. Kamikaze hit. The rain didn't stop them from flying their kamikaze. And we still don't have any battleships. Alright, so we don't have anything to do with our air units because they're all grounded. So this might be kind of a move and reorganize phase, but I do want to see if we can push through here. That's a bummer about the aircraft. Yeah, all of them red dashes. They cannot fly. All right, we'll do the best we can, though. I think we can push through with our ground troops here, even without the Air Force, because this one right here was weakly defended, and I want to take advantage of... We even left a gap there that they didn't take advantage of, because I didn't know if we were going to get pushed back. So we got to solidify this channel here and start to pound this one here, which is going to be another big battle. But we'll get busy, and we'll be back. Big turn, lots going on. We were able to fly, actually, some aircraft out of Luzon to be able to continue air action. So our biggest thing, down here, we're pushing forward again. We've taken Itoman west. So this whole town on this peninsula, we've got the other new infantry division here pushing down the peninsula to kind of lend support here. We did kind of run into some Japanese defense here right around Gisushi, I think it's called. So we're going to try to attack them. I expect we're going to lose, but I want to keep the pressure on this part of the island. We're able to divert more resources from that new fresh infantry division here across the Naha West. We're attacking... This is Naha Center in force. Without air support, I feel like it could be a tough ask, but we're going to give it a try. We can retreat to Naha West if we need to. Then we're not really pushing forward ahead against the Shuri Line here. However, we are attacking in force just to the north of Yombaru West and east to try to take this position. And we've got those army aircraft flying out of Luzon to lend support to that. And we're pushing ahead with that big force that took Yombaru West. We're pushing ahead here to try to punch, to take advantage of this gap right here. And we're also snuck a battalion down away from this, so try to break around there, which leads us to, if we can take Gisushi here, I think, and bring these other forces down here, I think we can link up these two forces, which would be great. And to that advantage, over here we have some Marines that were fighting on the northern part of the island, and they've been slowly making their way back to a place where they can kind of get back in the battle. It's a long hike back from the northern part of the island. But I think what we're going to do is have them divert to this beachhead, move out here to the floating reserve, and then bring them up in here on this Naha beachhead over here to see if they can lend support here to these troops pushing down. I'm a little bit optimistic that we can cut the defenders in half here and isolate these Shuri Line defenders, giving them no place to retreat. I think that would be good, because that might make this battle here for the tunnels, which is going to be that last attack, I think that's going to make it go much easier if we can keep as many troops as possible out of this half of the island. You know, if we can isolate them there. And the thing that I'm a little bit, if we look here at the Japanese Empire amounts here, 96 units left. So there's a lot of Japanese left on this island. And I think a good bunch of them, probably half of them, are kind of centered in this Shuri Line area. So I feel like if we can cut them in half, that might really work well. Also, we are attacking the trees on Tsungenjima. We got 2 battalions trying to take them out without air support. I don't know. Let's see how tough those trees are. So here we go. Tsungenjima, let's start right away with that attack. Oh, they got trees and a sandbag bunker. Hopefully we can do it. Nope. Hit them. Victory, Japanese Empire. We failed. Okay. Let's see what the battle looks like on Gisushi here. This could be a 50-50 chance. Armor support. Yeah, let's use it. See if that helps us. Oof, heavy casualties. I think we're going to lose this one. Infantry taking some casualties. Armor doing well. Victory, Japanese Empire. We got pushed back. All right. Grid 3415. This is a big attack on the Shuri Line. Kotag, we don't have any naval support, so it doesn't help us there. Let's see if we can do some damage here. We have been bombing these bunkers. You notice this large bunker and these tunnels are all pretty weakened state from continuous air bombardment over a number of days here. Mines are going to explode. Suffering some casualties here, though. Hopefully we can make it through. I don't think we're going to. Oh, nice. Japanese Empire, this side is routed. Victory, Japanese Empire. Damn it. Okay. We've gone 0 for 3 on attacks this turn. It's starting to get hard. Here is our attack on Naha Center. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they got a big bunker there. That battalion had to retreat. We're going to get beat back, I think, here. That's a tough bunker. We're not going to take that one on one shot. These bunkers are tough. They don't surrender. Yeah, Japanese Empire. Victory, Japanese Empire. Gosh, we didn't win anywhere. This one, oh, they got a ton of troops here. But these troops are beat up. They have had a tough fight because they were the ones that were in Yombaru West that retreated and survived. So hopefully we can kind of punish them. So we took out the small bunker. They're in the, not never, I guess, in the open, but hopefully we can punish them here. Nice! Elimination. All combat units lost. Support unit destroyed. we put the herd on there. That's a big win for us. That was there. That was not a very effective kind of segment, 2-day segment there. But that victory down there in Yonbaru West, to the west of Yonbaru West or the south of Yonbaru West, was hugely helpful. So we did have success there. We failed taking the trees in the small bunker. We'll bring our Air Force in next time, I think, down here in Tsungenjima. So we're going to have to try that again. But they're getting beat up as they try to land. Those trees are proving tougher than we thought. And then push back on Naha West. They kind of beat us up there. We'll have to bring some replacements in there. Naha Center is going to be tough. So we need, that might be something to think about a little bit. Maybe we'll just hold the line here and wait for our troops to come around a little bit. And we didn't succeed here in attacking Kisushi either. Lots of defeats there. We'll leave air defense because they don't have any aircraft, so I think we're good there. U.S. air units repaired. Excellent. Let's do that. 2 can be brought up to full strength. Okay, I'll figure out which ones are the weakest and we'll give them there. All right, we picked our two weakest air units and brought them back up to full strength. That's good. Replacements. We do want to do replacements, especially up here in Naha West where we can. 7 left. That's 1. I beat up pretty bad there. I'm going to do 1 more there. What else? How are we doing down here? Looks pretty good. Everything else looks... Oof. Grid 3217. I don't know where that is. Let's do 1 of them. Grid 313. That's pretty beat up too. These guys, 318. We got a lot of troops kind of beat up now. We don't have enough replacements to really bring them all back up to full strength. We're going to let the 3s... I think we have to be a little bit more judicious in how we spend replacements. So I think we're going to let the 3s sit there until they get reduced to by 4, down to 1/3 strength. Because we only have 4 replacements left. We're burning them up pretty fast now. Things getting... despite our... I'm happy with our progress. Things are getting tricky, though. Let's see what the Japanese do on their side. I suspect... I don't know what they'll do. We'll see here. Land movement. They are attacking force out here. They're moving a lot of force. Yeah, I can see them like pulling forces back here. 1 unit attacking 2 battalions here. They've had good luck with these attacks. Oh, they got a lot of artillery kind of coming up. Hold the line, men. Retreat. Yes. Good. I think that was us. Land results. Right? If we click on that. Yeah, we held the line there. Good. Turn 17. There we go. And magic. Cypher teams make decisive progress. You can look at your opponent's hand of cards. Nice. Let's do that. Let's see what they got. Mines and rest and shelters. That's not much. Probably should have saved that. Okay. Reinforcements now. Kamikaze hit by 1. All right. So I think with that, we've done another week's worth of battle and we will hold here. We'll be back in episode 7. Let me know what you think. I feel like that was pretty good. I mean, geographically, it looks pretty good, right? We've kind of conquered a lot of the island. The part that concerns me is we're down to still 89 Japanese units left on this small area. And we could see them, I think, kind of retreating back out of here. So hopefully we can cut that. We can kind of tighten that noose right here. We've got 3 sectors left to push down through here and cut this in half and then just squeeze it. And then we could kind of concentrate our forces on this final last redoubt later. But turn 17 out of 41. I feel like we're making pretty good progress. I wish we did have our battleships, but that can't be. I guess there's nothing we can do about that. And Tsungenjima, yeah, we lost to the trees. But we'll be back in episode 7. I'll put a link to it as soon as it's ready. Let me know how you think. Comments are always greatly appreciated. See you in the next episode, everybody. Bye.